This series was about Nash versus Udoka, and Udoka took Nash's lunch money. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today we're going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets versus the Boston Celtics series. So the series is over. Brooklyn lost 4-0. The Celtics dominated, not really dominated. Udoka said it perfectly. It's probably the closest series closest sweep you probably ever see. But even though it didn't look close watching the game, I don't know if y'all felt the same way. It just didn't look close. But congrats to the Boston Celtics. Now, what Boston was doing, they had a big advantage. All right, they are the perfect kryptonite team for the Brooklyn Nets. Let me tell you why. They have size, right, at all positions. Their smallest guy really outside of Pridgeon, I think his name is Pridgeon, is Marcus Smart. And Marcus Smart, like 6'4", 6'5". So Marcus Smart alone is bigger than Bruce Brown. It's bigger than Seth Curry. It's bigger than Patty Mills. It's probably a little bit bigger than Dragic or the same size. So Marcus Smart is the smallest player, but yeah, he's bigger than most of the people that's in the rotation for the Nets. Then they have stretch bigs. I tweeted this during the game, right? The commentator said that the Celtics got better with Robert Williams. Believe it or not, the Celtics were worst off. The Nets were probably praying that they put Robert Williams in the game versus Theis and Al Horford, because the thing about Theis and Al Horford, they can stretch the floor and play defense. Now, they can't play defense as elite as Robert Williams, maybe Al Horford, but when it comes to the offensive side, they can both stretch the floor. And that's what killed the Nets, because all the Celtics was doing was finding a mismatch on top of the key. They'll run pick and roll, find a mismatch, and then those guards would cheat over a little bit or the big, and then they'll kick it out to the wing, wide open in the corner for a three. Literally wide open in the corner for a three. All right? So the Celtics, at the end of the day, I know I killed KD this whole series. All right? But let me not kill KD today, because after thinking about everything, KD, since his injury, think about it, he was out for a month and a half. Since he came back from his injury, he's been playing 40-plus minutes a night. So a lot is put on KD, and a lot of that is because of Steve Nash. This series was about Nash versus Udoka, and Udoka took Nash's lunch money. Now, Udoka had, far as a collective team, he had better pieces he can put together, put better combination on the floor than Steve Nash does. But one thing Steve Nash has in his back pocket is Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And your job as a coach is to create enough space for your superstars to get in rhythm, to get easy points, etc. Steve Nash didn't do that. Now, KD was aggressive this game, which I was happy to see. He was very aggressive. But Kyrie wasn't aggressive. I don't understand. Ever since that first game when he went off, Kyrie has not really been aggressive. He's been really passive. All right? Hasn't really been the same since game one. But the Celtics were definitely the better team. Now, one thing Steve Nash said in the press conference, he mentioned that, they rebounded. They got us on the offensive glass. We missed a lot of free throws. Listen, Claxton, great guy, plays hard, but dude missed he made one free throw, but he was missing free throw after free throw. He was killing y'all momentum. So take him out. He said he want to save Blake for the fourth quarter because he didn't have the stamina. Steve Nash, you're down 0-3. You're about to get swept. All right? You need to play your cards. You need to put the best players on the floor that's best for the situation. Blake Griffin, unlike Claxton, he said Claxton was going to do something. Claxton is not going to pick a role on the switch. When he switched to the guards, he wasn't doing great. And once again, he was missing missing free throws. With Blake Griffin on the floor, he's not that much better, but He can switch on the defender. He led the league in charges this year with limited time. Come on, the commentators say that over and over again. And he's going to play hard. He hasn't played throughout the whole playoff. So once you play him in the game, he's going to make sure he gives you some valuable minutes. All right. So, and he kept putting these small lineups in the game, which I don't get. It was one point when Grant Williams on the floor and Al Horford's on the floor, and KD was the only big on the floor. Literally, he had Dragic, Patty Mills. First, he had Seth Curry, Kyrie Irving, Dragic, and Bruce Brown on the court at the same time with Kevin Durant, and Grant Williams and Al Horford on the court also. Then, after 2 plays, I think he took Seth Curry out and put Patty Mills in the game, an even smaller player. So, I don't get it. So, this shows y'all that experience means a lot. Udoka has been an assistant for years. Steve Nash has never been an assistant or nothing. And Udoka coached circles around Steve Nash this whole series. So this is probably one of the most disappointing teams in NBA history. Just because the whole season. You know, expectations were very high. And I mean, T-Mac came out and said this is the most talented, most skilled duo in NBA history. And they come out on the first round, guess what? Crazy. So kudos to the Celtics, man. I did not have the Celtics win the series. And not only they won, they swept them. And the difference was they were able to close the series, not the Nets. And it's crazy because the Nets are the ones that are veterans. But we forget, guys, the Boston Celtics, they have their leaders have playoff experience. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals twice. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum been to the East, and Marcus Smart been to the Eastern Conference Finals twice. They're young, but they are well experienced. They lost in the first round before. They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. They lost in the first round twice. They lost in the first round to these very Nets last year. They lost in the first round to Milwaukee Bucks one year. And they also lost the Eastern Conference Finals twice. So they have experience on both sides or both ends. They're hungry, and they have the right coach for this team. And I like what they said that they showed in the middle of the game, they showed the Knicks hitting the game winner, and that was when they got their 31st loss, I believe, or 21st loss. And Udoka came out and said, we need a leader when things go wrong, that they're going to basically be that vocal leader that's going to stop the bleeding. We need that in our locker room. And Jason Tatum has stepped up. So has Jaylen Brown. They have the whole team. They have stepped up as leaders, right? Playing great offensively and defensively. And that also goes to Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. He's been playing great defensively and offensively, making the right reads. So the Celtics were definitely the best team in the series. And the Celtics, they have a promising playoff ahead of them because even though they dominated the Nets, this might be the toughest team. But the Bucks match up better with the Celtics because of their size. So we're going to see that because, I got the Bucks beating the Bulls, but you never know in these playoffs. I mean, Toronto just beat Philly, twice in a row. Now it's 3-2, right? But we got to see what it look. They coach Doc Rivers, so I'm not surprised about that. But that's not another hit on there. But great job to this Boston Celtics for advancing to the second round, getting their revenge on these very Brooklyn Nets from last year. So awesome job, guys. And guess what? That's all I have for you guys today. And I'll see y'all next episode. Hey, thank you for staying to the end. So before we end this video, we have a competition coming out. It's called 5 Jersey Giveaway. So basically, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, all right? And we need your help to get to 1,000 subscribers. And we're trying to get that milestone done by June 21st, 2022, which is my birthday. So the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then what I want you guys to do on the comment section of the video, type in hashtag giveaway. And then when you type in hashtag giveaway, you enter the competition. And then when we hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers, I will be sending 5 jerseys to 5 people on June 21st, 2022, a jersey of your choice. So help us get to 1,000. Share this video with somebody, get them to subscribe, And guess what, guys? We'll see y'all in the next episode.